everyone, my name is Christina. I'm an occupational therapist and welcome to my channel, Be Your Own Sunshine. I have in the past started this channel with a lot of intention of doing videos, doing body doubling videos, and really just kind of making strategies and education and stuff around my career, my passions to be easily accessible to other people, even if you can't afford to go to an occupational therapist. But I have worked a full-time job for a really long time, and over the years it just got more and more exhausting, so I never got to really focus on this kind of stuff. And then as of late I quit because the environment became very toxic and it wasn't for me. So here I am, hopefully trying to be a little bit more attentive to my YouTube channel. I thought that I would just start this video and do a little bit of just chatting about who I am and what my hobbies are and that kind of stuff, my philosophy around occupational therapy. Right now I am playing some Animal Crossing, so I thought that you could also use this as a little bit of a body double session if you are looking for basically something to keep you accountable. I really like body doubling in person. I think it's a lot more helpful, but obviously you're not always going to have the opportunity to have a person around you at all times. And so I like to find a video that gets me engaged, and I listen to it as if I have a friend in the room telling me stories. So today, if you're interested, I am just having a little bit of a me day. My cat is over here in the corner. I will give you a little sneak. We're just chilling, enjoying a rainy day. I'm playing some Animal Crossing. I have started my own business, which is very exciting, and it has been a journey. So if anyone's interested in what that journey looks like, let me know, and I'm more than happy to share. Right now, a lot of my personal life is focused on trying to figure out my business and figuring out what works best for me as a person. I feel like a lot of the times we're really focused on productivity. And I have been working really hard at my full-time job for the last like 5 or 6 years, or I don't know how many years I've been working there, but it got draining. I think one of my philosophies in life is obviously work is a thing you have to do. You have to make money because we live in a capitalistic society and things are expensive. I know you guys, regardless of if you pay attention to politics or not. Oh, this is a cute little chocolate frog. He actually looks like he's made of chocolate. That was a crazy transition from what I was just about to say. What I was going to say is I'm sure even if you guys don't pay too much attention to politics, you are very aware of the increased prices because of global trading and, you know, that guy, I live in Canada, so that guy down there who's starting wars and, you know, all that stuff. Maybe another video we can talk about that. Right now I want to talk about OT. But long story short, I know we have to work. I am very aware of that. But I think that at the end of the day, once work becomes like, I was having so much anxiety that even my not work time was like just crushed. I was so exhausted. I didn't want to be social. I didn't want to talk. I never made videos, which made me sad. I really didn't have the energy to do a lot of stuff. I have not owed my dad, but I make these, like, I paint these saws, and I have been planning on painting one for my dad, like a, you know, like when you saw a piece of wood. I've painted them before. I've been promising my dad that I would paint him one, but it takes so much like mental capacity to draw on the characters that he wants and paint them that I just haven't done it, and I just feel sad about that. So now I'm in my different era of finding a new, healthier way to work and a healthier way to live, and a way that I can better support my clients. I think the more energy that I have as a person, the more that I can support my clients. That makes sense, right? Yeah. I'm kind of treating this as if it's like I'm on like a live, like a YouTube live or a Facebook live, because I think that sometimes that is a really helpful way for me to body double. I will give you guys a little bit of an explanation around body doubling. I don't know if I've done that before. I've done it in a video. I don't know, like in the descriptions. I don't know if I've done it in a video. So basically the concept of body doubling is you're using like, I want to say you're using the anxiety of a second person, which like kind of is true, but when you're alone, it's kind of easier and less, well, it depends on who you are, of course, but you maybe have a little bit less guilt if you're not keeping up with the task. So if I'm supposed to be doing work right now and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to play some Animal Crossing, all good. I'm not. It's Sunday. It's a little bit easier for me to do that by myself than if someone was in the room with me, keeping me accountable. So it's kind of like you're using a little bit of that like other person to be a motivator for yourself. If you are not familiar with neurodiverse individuals, I work with neurodiverse individuals all the time. I am a neurodiverse individual. And I truly think that we do not have internal motivation the way that other people think that internal motivation exists. Like, you couldn't convince me to get up. Well, actually, that would be external motivation. Internal motivation would be like, I want to make a meatloaf and I have to make it tonight, so I'm going to do that right now. And then I get up and do it. It's not happening like that. My executive functioning is not going to do that. But if I have someone that is coming over, or like one time, I don't know if anyone is familiar with like the Italian meal risotto and how to make it, but I have never made a meal like risotto on my own because it's just so much effort. It takes so much time. You have to stand around and like mix the rice the entire time, which is a lot for me, but I have made it for a friend before because she was there. We were hanging out in the kitchen. You get a little bit of a social pressure as well. Helps you stay on task too. So if you have someone, if you're like, for example, making a rice dish for your friend and it's a little less easy to get distracted by something else when there's someone in the room with you. Another thing that I find really helpful about body doubling is it's just that second person can be either helpful to you, like in a sense of maybe they're helping you make the food, or sometimes I like body doubling where like the person is just sitting in the room. I do that a lot. So I'm folding my laundry, someone's just there with me. My friend and I, she is also an occupational therapist, and we both have some challenges with keeping up with admin tasks. So in the last couple weeks, we have done some admin work where we just go on like Zoom or FaceTime or whatever, and we just do our own tasks while we're on FaceTime, and it helps a lot. It can also help that not only for like a productive task, but if you're trying to read, sometimes it might be easier to read when other people are doing it. You get less distracted. So yeah, I'm going on a rant about body doubling as I am playing a video game, so that hopefully if that is something that is helpful for you, you can learn about body doubling and maybe use that in your own life. I have on my blog written a post about body doubling, so if you're interested in that, I can post that down below. And yeah, I'm just doing some but yeah, body doubling, an excellent strategy to work past executive functioning. And basically my whole approach to occupational therapy is the idea that I am not going to come and fix you. I am not healing you from, your ADHD or your autism or your mental illness. I'm not going to be able to do, because I'm an occupational therapist and not a psychotherapist, I won't be able to do all those deep dive kind of therapeutic modalities like EMDR or DBT or CBT. I won't be able to do all that stuff. But I can find you the strategies to help you create your own strategies to get through what you need to do and what you want to do and what you are expected to do throughout the day. That is kind of the main piece of occupational therapy, is supporting you to do the things that you want to do. Something that I am really excited about doing now that I have a little bit less anxiety about work and a little bit more like mental capacity is increasing my hobbies and gaining some more strategies in that. So I am letting myself do puzzles and read and play Animal Crossing. we're just cleaning out the office in the apartment, and then we're going to be able to set up the sewing machine. So hopefully I'll be able to make some stuff soon on the sewing machine. I haven't played my ukulele in a long time. There's so many things that my mental health have not allowed me to engage in because of the anxiety of working at a environment that became really toxic really fast. So I'm really excited to get to do some of that. As an occupational therapist, I work with neurodiverse individuals, so I love supporting people with autism, ADHD, borderline personality disorder, bipolar disorder, anxiety, depression. I kind of come at it from a perspective of, I'm here, I'm going to help you find strategies. Let's try to not focus on your diagnosis or the diagnosis you don't have but you think you have. And we're not trying to fix the diagnosis, but we're trying to work with the diagnosis to allow you to do the things you want to do. For example, if there is something that you're physically not able to do, maybe that means that you need some sort of accessibility or accommodation. That is something that is usually focused on when you go to occupational therapy school, is like the accommodation for physical challenges. So for example, I know some people who are creating some accessible makeup brands, for example. I don't know them personally, I don't know why I said that, but there are people who make accessible makeup brands so that if you are not able to use your hands in the typical way that people use their hands, you're able to still put on your makeup, which is a really important thing for a lot of people. Same with if you have weakness, this is probably something that you've seen, but if you have like weakness in your hand, so opening a jar is difficult, there are different silicone caps that you can put on your jar to make it a little bit easier. So those little things, I really like to take that kind of concept of accommodations that are out there for physical disabilities and apply it to my neurodiverse clients. So yeah, you might have a hard time engaging in, I don't know, cleaning your house because you have a hard time starting, or you don't like the concept of cleaning, or it's just really overwhelming to you. And then we can find some strategies to make that work. A lot of the times my clients will have a hard time with going into public for whatever reason that is. Maybe it's too loud, maybe there's too many people, and then we kind of try to figure out what the best strategy is so that you can do the things that you want to do. Oh, that's so cute. So that you can do the things that you want to do and you can enjoy life as you'd like. So that's a little bit about me. I'm currently shopping on my Animal Crossing. Here, I'll show you guys. It's kind of cute. Oh, sorry. Look how cute that little frog is. Anyway, it's like 13 minutes of a little rant. I'm also trying to think of like different things that would be helpful as a body double. So I'm thinking like maybe there's stories I can read. I really love body doubling when people are reading like Reddit stories, or when they're like reporting on just like stupid news, like reality TV or something. So I can just dive in and it feels like I'm having a conversation with a friend on a Saturday afternoon, but I'm actually just watching a YouTube video and getting my, admin tasks for my job done, or making my bed, or folding my laundry. Folding my laundry is one that I really, really benefit from body doubling, because that is just a task that I'm not a fan of. The other thing that I'm going to start doing is doing a little bit more walking and exercise. So if you're interested in joining an app, I have the StepUp app, to kind of have almost like a little competition, to kind of motivate myself there. So if you would benefit from that, you're more than welcome to join. I can maybe in a future video put the link if anyone is interested in that. But yeah, I'm trying to build my, oh, this is so cute. I'm trying to build my YouTube community so that I can support as many people as possible. That's always been my dream, is that I have my blog and my YouTube community and my Instagram, so that if people are trying to access some strategies or want a community of people who understand or just feel seen, that is a thing that you can access. So I feel like I am going to, on that note, get ready to go to the gym and do my little walk. I have been going to the gym and doing like, what would you call it? Like a model circuit. Not trying to look like a model because let's be real, I like to eat too much to do that. But I will go to the gym just to walk on the treadmill. I'll find a really good playlist to help my mental health to make me feel happy and active and like I'm at a dance party, and then I will walk on the treadmill like I'm a supermodel. And then sometimes I just go home right after that. Sometimes I lift weights if I have the energy, but it is making my exercise routine low demand and easily accessible for myself, which I'm not sure if this is helpful for anyone watching this video, but it could be something to consider so that you get to do the things that you want yourself to do. I really want myself to go to the gym. I know it's beneficial for my mental health, my physical health. It makes me access things better. So that is that. I'm just selling a couple things on my Animal Crossing, and then I'm gonna go to the gym. But that was me doing a little, oh my gosh, 16-minute random rant. But one day maybe I'll have YouTube Live and it will allow me to do this in a way that I can talk to people during my rants or during my body doubling sessions. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be so cool? We could body double together on YouTube Live. I just need like 900 more followers to unlock that. But okay, now I'm talking. I'm going to turn off Animal Crossing and head to the gym and sending you lots of good vibes. Bye!